Good evening, folks. This is Darth Ravage07 coming to you today with another quick review of several little things that I found on the way back home coming from South Carolina Comic Con. There wasn't a whole lot at the Comic Con, so I hit store to store. I found all the Series 1 and all the Series 2 of the Micro Squadron Galaxy. We're going to do kind of a mass thing. I'm going to go over the box for the Series 1 and the Series 2. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and may the 4th be with you always. Thanks again for watching my channel. Let's get this turned around and let's take a closer look at this new series I got into. Thanks for watching. And here on the turntable is the Series 1 boxes with the tie and that setting from space, and Series 2 has the Clone Wars on it. And a quick look at the measurements of the boxes themselves. It's a little under 3 inches that way, and just under 3, or it's 3 1/4 that way. They're very, very small boxes, but Dynamite comes in small boxes. So let's take a closer look at Series 1 real quick right here. If you flip it right here, this is the actual size of the stuff that's in these boxes. That's pretty kind of cool. If you flip it around this side, you get everything that comes in Series 1 and some, I want to say this was like either a clone trooper and a speeder or something. I can't remember. Can't really make out who it is that you're supposed to get with that speeder bike. It's not your standard guy because he's up here. You got IG and a speeder, and you got Cobb Bant. And then I've already got all of these 5 guys right here. These guys are like really, really small, minuscule. And if you take the measurements right here, you can see that these are all about 1 inch, if I'm not mistaken. Boom, there it is. So you get like 1 inch figurines with the little vehicles. And we're gonna get Series 1 on the turntable first. First up on the turntable is a clone trooper and his walker. And this chicken walker has a surprising amount of articulation and incredible detail. I just love the way these look. You can customize these all day long. It's 2 points of articulation. The arms move in sync, and as do the legs, and usually it's just to sit down on stuff. The walker itself has a little gun turret that can be articulated there, and the legs themselves will probably pop off along the way like that, but that's good for customizing and the like and the such, because like I said, these things are crazily detailed and what have you. So that's about all you get with the walker there, and looks really, really, really good. And can't wait to get more of the stuff and definitely chase down those chases. Let's take some quick measurements of this guy. Some of these little figurines are actually bigger or smaller depending on what you do there. So there's 1 inch there, and just want to show off that detail. Now he's not sitting on the walker itself, but yeah, you can like give it a black wash and customize on out. These guys do stand up ever so eloquently, and there you go, next to the 1 and about 3/4 high walker there, and that walker is 3/4 of an inch wide, and from gun to rear knee about 1.5. So like there's your dimensions, guys, and I'm gonna get him mounted up, and there he is on the turntable. Another little quick zoom around. We're gonna do the next blind box. And we have Darth Maul on his speeder from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. These little plates are nice that they come with, a little display stand. You got Star Wars, so you can hold it like this, or you can display on the stand like this, as you see here, guys. Very, very nicely painted, detailed, and the whole 9 yards. We're gonna get Darth Maul off the speeder and measure. And Darth Maul comes in at the, see, he's smaller. He's just about, what is that, 6/8 of an inch high. And a customizer can go wild and get all those details to pop. This is a demonstration of the arms I was telling you about. You move one set of arms, or you move one arm, you get both arms moving. And then you can see the nice detail of the lightsaber there and the wrinkles in the pants. Just his really awesome look there from the Phantom Menace. And I couldn't imagine trying to get that facial detail and those horns painted, but I'm sure there's videos of people doing that out there. I've seen some pretty impressive work. I just don't have the time nor the patience. All right, let's measure that bike. And this bike comes in at, what was that, about 1.25 from front to back. And then he's very, very, very skinny. That'll be a tough spot on the desert there, and about from top to bottom, it's under an inch there. So it's really, really cool, guys. Let me crack open the next three. They all come packed in their nice little things so you don't lose them, or you can display them as you can see as such there. So let me get Ahsoka and her speeder out. Let's measure Ahsoka and how high she is. Boom, she's right at 1. And let's take a closer look at her bike. And there is the bike, just popping with the detail. They got some paint there and paint on the side, paint on the front. It's a little flexy, bendy kind of plastic, and almost feels more rubbery, but this is really, really cool. Comes in at roughly 1 3/4 long and about bars to the bottom and about 1/2 inch there. So there's that. Get it on the display stand next. Ahsoka Maul and a clone trooper zooming along. Next up we got a scout trooper, and like I said, once again the detail is impeccable. And let's get the measurement real quick. He is right at 1 as well. And let's take get a speeder bike up here. Just a bunch of great details. The speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. The legs is all folded in there. And this is a look at the back and the detail there. And you got the jam their comms with the center switch there. Wish that was painted just a little bit where the knobs are, but this is already crazily detailed. I've seen some people go through and also cut out the inside bits so that it's hollow like it is, and there's the gun and the engine, and all I can hear is the speeder box whooshing through indoor. Really, really nicely done. It was like they did the vehicles and the figures were their afterthoughts, and these blind boxes will definitely drive me crazy as we keep going. We got one more. And taking a look at the Mandalorian Din Djarin as your first appearance with her, and he does have a removable cape that just pops right on off, so be very, very careful. He's got a little peg and a hole in his back there, guys. So like I said, just be very, very careful when handling Mando there, or Din Djarin. And he comes in at roughly a little over 1 inch. So I mean, see how they kind of vary from figure to figure. And let's get that speeder bike up here. His speeder looks like the swoop bike that Dirge rode on in the Clone Wars. That's what that very much reminds me of. And we'll get the measurements out here real quick. It's about 2 inches long and top to bottom about a 1/2 inch. And we'll get it on the stand. If you can get him sitting on the speeder, you can manage to get that cape on. But therein is the trick, and you got to be really careful not to lose it. So we're going to set him down with the other Series 1 and get on to Series 2. This is the Core 5, and I'm missing the 3 chase figures. That's going to be no fun getting a hold of them. First up is the Bark bike, or the Bark speeder, and the Republic trooper, or not Republic, Clones trooper. Just curious to see if he measures out the same as the other one, and he appears to be just a little bit above the 1 mark. And as for the bike, I'm gonna set you right there, buddy. And he's gonna fall, that's okay. We'll get to that in a minute. That bike is the longest so far. It's almost 2.5 inches long and less than a half inch tall. Let's get it deposed. A speeder, and they'll sit back this way for Series 2. And I gotta say, man, the paint work and the detail work on these are absolutely crushing it, guys. Next up, we got Din Djarin, Grogu, and the speeder with the Phoenix armor. And we'll get that out. Taking a closer look at this Din, his visor's not painted, but you can get a Gundam marker and paint that up pretty easily. He's got way more detail painted there. Has that little Mudhorn insignia there. There's the Phoenix armor, ready to rock and roll and fly off. I don't want to remove this if I can help it at all, as I just think it looks really, really awesome, and I want it to stay there. And I will get a hold of a Gundam marker and make that happen. Let's see his height compared to the other one, and he's right at about 1 inch. It's pretty cool, guys. And I'll get that Grogu out here too. And here's the speeder bike with Grogu hanging out in the saddlebag right there in the back. Like I said, always impeccably detailed. And so thankful I don't have to worry about losing him. I lose the bike, I lose Grogu too. But all there together, and let's get Mando on there. And kaboom, and there's the look that we always wanted to see. Them two together on a speeder bike, running away from the bad guys. And so far so good. Let's get the next 3. We got Wrecker and his walker. He's like the biggest of these so far. Wrecker has his signature detail in there, and he stands roughly over 1 inch there, as he should. And his walker has the nice 99 there on the front with the tempo. Looking really, I like this one better. It has the same articulation as the other one, and it will fall apart pretty easily, so just kind of a little word of warning there. But looks really great, especially with Wrecker on. Ready to take the fight to the Empire. Let's get the next 2 more out. We have Leia on a speeder there, and Leia and her detailing, and she stands right at under 1 inch, 7/8. And we'll get her on the speeder bike here in a minute. Let's take a closer look at that real fast. And these are really hard to stand up. Here's the speeder bike. It's the same as the other one. Boom, 2 inches. And we'll get it all displayed here. And like the others, they have to be stood up on theirs just ever so eloquently. And we'll get that put down there. And show that look off right there one more time. We have a battle droid with his staff. And that battle droid stands in at roughly a little over 1 inch. And the staff itself is nicely done. It has a place to clip around the waist of the battle droid, and the battle droid can hang on for dear life. Has a slightly different display stand. Still says Star Wars, but you can peg it in there, boom. And also, I think you can slide this in. To simulate the flying, swooshing thing if you ever decided to, but these are so small I wouldn't do that. These are just for display for my collection. And I think that looks absolutely awesome, guys. I really do love these guys. Can't wait to get a hold of the Anakin Chase one that's with that, and we'll get these all together and some closing thoughts. So Series 2 is right here pointed this way, Series 1's pointed that way. I like the Chases, the Astromech R2, the Anakin, the staff, and a General Kenobi on a BARC bike. That's the ones I like there. But for as far as that goes, I think this looks great together, however you want to display it. One more thing for scale here before we go. This is the actual Micro Squadron Galaxy TIE fighter with battle damage and how it scales with the rest of them. So that's what they were going for with this line. Smaller, affordable budget. These each were $6 a pop in a blind box. But the trick there is to open those before you leave the store. Get the ones you want, leave the others there, and usually you don't get fussed at too much for opening there on the spot. And I just can't see us wasting $6 on something we don't want or need. But therein is the trouble with chasing those chase figures down. I kind of wish they wouldn't do the chase figures, but these are very, very highly collectible, highly detailed, affordable way to get your Star Wars vehicles together under one roof. So long as these come like 8 per box. So like, there you go. You got 8-pack of them and 8-pack of them, and then you got those. These guys just seem to keep turning up, like the Scout Trooper and Din Djarin, and then her, and yeah. So like they just keep showing up like crazy and stuff I've been getting. I got a couple more Amazon pack-ins with the light armor class, like the TIE fighter there, that has a couple more chances. So maybe I get lucky and get one of the chases there, or I've already gotten duplicates of a couple of these so far. That, like I said, is the frustration. There's no deterring number on the blind boxes of what you're going to get. So you got to roll the dice and take a gamble, or you got to actually look and stuff. Thanks again for watching my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all down in the description there below. And I fell down this rabbit hole, and I don't really regret it now that it is May the 4th, and I just wish you guys the best out there. Have a happy May the 4th be with you, and may the Force be with you always, guys. Thanks again for watching my channel.